First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
55,
On play action, they'll throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Third and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. First down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Third and inches.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on third and inches. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man completes it to Butler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years Our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
To number 83.
From 10 yards out, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Balaj, the ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield now from the 50. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Mayfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll look to throw here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
Complete.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Steelers.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Number 83.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
That's the reason we there for circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain. That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's Hall. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. He'll find the tight end Sullivan complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
At the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Marcus Davenport. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's now 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, looking for Andrew. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mayfield off the play fake. Flushed out right. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards, a first down. Mayfield. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Mayfield with it once more. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score 17. Jets 7. To kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's Hall. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I can't believe they even let you play. Mark 70, Mark 70. Bang, bang. Tracking 60. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. No street. Touchdown defense. 57 is the Mike. Rock 57.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
First and 10.
As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game.
For the point after.
The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First down, Mayfield. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Terry McLaurin, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The return now by Alford. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Balaj. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play. First down, Steelers.
To throw, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They'll run here with Balaj. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down, Mayfield. He finds Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down.
From the gun, Mayfield slings this deep from McLaurin. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this first and 10 back inside their own 5. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Marlon Humphrey on.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down now. It's Elliott looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Down and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is taken at the 10. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a real tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards on the ground.
1st down, Steelers.
coverage. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
Fourth and goal at the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Baker Mayfield. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Jets 14. Michael Dixon set to...
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Toss play to Balaj. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield flush to his right. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Steelers 31, Jets 14. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Now remember, this is the number 1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Target, 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 target. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Jets,
Elliott
14.
good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's out right at the 25.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
third down. He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hamlin, and a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
Third down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Panther 11. Panther 11. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Jets.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.